Hello, everyone. Oh, it was just whoa. It was just 9:32 p.m. I was trying to hurry up before it started to be 9:33. That fake Masonic 33. Um, Dang it, it was 9:33 when I started. Dang it, hurry up and change. But I don't think I'll be very long on here tonight because of how tired I am. I feel sad because tomorrow I have to be back on the streets. And fake Damnesia have been illegally harassing me all evening long, you know, trying to intimidate and bully and harass and threaten me, you know. As I said, me minding my business yesterday in the hotel room, just trying to get rest or whatever, had a nap and this and that, whatever. I even turned off the Wi-Fi for a bit, and then, you know, did a video last night, came back online, and then next the address to the hotel is being illegally publicized, and he illegally found out where I'm at. So this morning, on one of my other channels, I put in a community post. I said, well, he could dish it out, but can't take it. And I'm really sick and tired of, what he does to me and this and that, whatever. I don't remember word for word, but so I'm like, how would he like, if I put out his freaking IP address, and then him and a few other stalkers, with their fake new profiles and harassing and whatever. So, excuse me. So update since the last video, like I'm pretty sure it took like a few hours to upload. And because I have the light on right now, um, and showing my face, this video, depending on how long it is, would take much longer to upload. Like if I had the lights off, because at nighttime right now, um, even if it's like um a 3 hour long video, as long as it's in the dark, it would take like less than 10 minutes to upload. But because I'm in the light, it takes up like way more, um, you know, data and storage space. So I'm disappointed that I didn't get to get quarters to do my laundry. I'm really upset about that. Um, and because I mean, I would rather do my laundry in the hotel with convenience, peace, and quiet while I'm already here, rather than having to go out of my way and go to a laundromat and be around perps and be around people. And then the racist, narcissistic, excuse me, Asian laundromat attendants doing stuff like micromanaging how I wash my clothes and being very controlling and harassing me and stuff, you know. And then we're dealing with the laundromats being dirty and everything. So I mean, I I was able to get a little bit of cash, but as I said, I can't get quarters. I'm not saying where, but my bank is out of state and has been so since, I mean, for like almost 20 years. Almost 20 years. You know, I'm not going to go into further detail, but um, and I have not been able to close that bank account. So I have been forced to keep it open all these years, and I couldn't go back to that city and state where I was at, you know. So, and because of my mentally slow, crazy, pert biological family members, they manipulated and set it up for me to end up having, like, going into bad debt and having bad credit at such a young age, with them using and taking advantage of me and, bullying and intimidating me and stuff like that. Um, and like years when I was younger, I guess dealing with foster care abuse and dealing with being bullied at school and being used and taken advantage of, you know, I ended up having difficulty telling people no and dealing with, being taken advantage of, or if I would say no and then get beat up, physically assaulted. Excuse me. So I guess, I would feel like, used to feel traumatized and scared to tell people no. But I guess dealing with this targeting um helped me to be courageous to fight back. And wow, the idea about the Bible telling us that, you know, if we be scared of other people, then, we can end up, you know, going to hell pretty much by being scared of other people, and we have to fear the Lord and not fear man, you know, even with these cops, because back in 2012, 13, I didn't realize I was being gang stalked and followed by a lot of cops. And the very second I look out my apartment, that was the Section 8 house. The moment I looked out the window, excuse me, the LAPD were illegally driving down, you know, right on the same street as my house, right, or they're nearby, always nearby. Well, they're making my eye itch. Always nearby when I'm look out the window, you know. But there would been moments where I was wondering if that would be gang stalking street theater to scare me. That when I would be in Los Angeles, and especially by the train station, and always seeing people getting arrested, and I would feel so terrified. Like when I would go by the train station and try to ride the train or whatever, and feel so terrified that I would feel like severe panic attacks every time I saw a cop. You know, and I didn't at that time. I didn't really know that much about gang stalking. I heard a little bit about it, but I didn't have the full-fledged knowledge. And there's still a lot about the gang stalking program that I'm ignorant of and don't know. You know, a lot, especially the technological aspect. You know, but basically, I a lot of time I know what I experience. But yeah. And it also, when I was living in Los Angeles, and even nowadays, to have um, nightmares about going to jail, and then those nightmares ended up becoming real life. I mean, for me to have nightmares as far back as 2011, 2012 about, being wrongfully arrested and thrown in jail, you know, and then I would see documentaries called domestic terrorism wait, no, something about no, it was something. I don't remember what the documentary was, but it had something about the police and the domestic terrorism edition. I forgot what it was, but it was like a documentary, a traumatizing documentary about police brutality on American citizens. And even the white people were brutalized, and other races of people, not just black people, you know, by, being. And now it seems like nowadays police brutality videos be like covered up. Like it's hard to even find, you know, police police brutality videos, because a lot of times cops make mistakes and they're wrongdoers too, but they want to and I didn't realize cops were devil worshippers, that they're Freemasons also, and that they sold their souls to the devil, and that they had the Masonic fake fraternal order of police. If I find the name of the documentary, I could probably type the name in the comments. I can't remember. I used to know that the name of the documentary by heart. But it had multiple versions or multiple documentaries of the police brutality and and domestic terrorism. About the cops being domestic terrorists. You know, and in the way that they brutalize us for no reason, little to no reason at all, severely. But I see police audit videos and a lot of videos that pop up on my feed on one of my other channels about police abusing their powers and harassing people, innocent people, for no reason at all, people who have not broken any laws, you know. Excuse me, but yeah, but yeah, I kind of forgot how I got on the topic about fear of cops and, oh, I guess fear of man. Yeah, now I remember. In the Bible talking about, how we shouldn't be afraid of other people, you know, but I'm still working on it because I be still afraid of people, or people still trying to intimidate, frighten, and bully me and scare me, Um, but it's hard to not be scared, especially when it's a whole group of people and then guys at that, when you've been traumatized in the past before, you know. Um, but yeah, the stalkers got qualified immunity, just like the cops, and then lie their way out of everything. Um, I have no connection with any Masonic organizations or the cops or the FBI, DHS, fusion centers, or none of them, CIA. But I have been falsely accused by fake TI perps using projection, like narcissistic control freak fake TI perps using projection, you know. Excuse me. And I can't believe that fake Paul Tucson guy, he sold out and became he was a real TI, but then he sold out and became one of the popular fakes. And then for him to say that he's targeted and that he didn't believe Freemasonry was real and that he didn't believe in the New World Order and all that. He even said he didn't believe in Jesus, but he flashed satanic hand signs and perp with the red. But he was the one who hypocritically attacked me for the tiny little bit of red in my earbuds that that was the only color I was able to get, you know. So and on Amazon and Amazon perked me with that. And he smeared me to a lot of people in the TI community, and everybody sided with him. And he threatened to attack me with brass knuckles. And every time I try to defend myself on my own channel, everybody tried to force me to shut up and act like they didn't want to hear it. And I was losing subscribers in droves every time I tried to talk about it. But he picked an argument with me 2 summers ago, and he falsely accused me of being a confidential informant. I don't even, I know as much about a confidential informant as much as I know about crystal meth and fentanyl. I don't have much knowledge about confidential informants, and I don't have much knowledge about fentanyl and crystal meth and all that. So I have zero connections with you know I never been a confidential informant and never really been asked to be one, and I'm thankful and glad that I have not. And I was having so many fears that with the shady fake public defender, bullying me to a plea deal and all that, excuse me, with being illegally swatted, I was praying and hoping that he would not try to manipulate for me to turn into one of those, or threaten me with jail or nothing. But I don't want to be a puppet for the police. I don't want to be a puppet for the New World Order. I don't want to be a puppet for anybody. You know. Um. Yeah. But it's weird that the things that people, bizarre and weird, that the things that they falsely accuse you of, you know, and and Paul was being harassed really, 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 really bad. And I try to be, supportive of him and watch so many of his videos only for him to be a jackass towards me, unprovoked for no reason at all. And then the fake TI perp fake friend Darius had falsely accused me of working for the CIA and having Black Widow complex, whatever that means. And I'm like, wait a minute, he was the one who approached me. I never met him in person, but I'm talking about on YouTube. He approached me and started to leave fake flattering and fake supportive comments and trying to butter me up and everything. And I thought he was the real T.I. We had many phone conversations. And he swooped in when I was at my lowest. And, I mean, for him to pretend to sympathize with me being targeted, only to weaponize it against me, weaponize my traumas and targeting, and then be 8 years younger than 8 years and exactly 8 years and 3 months younger than me, and think he got the fake authority. Think he got the fake authority to dictate that I'm forbidden and not allowed to talk about my traumas and targeting. And then he would falsely accuse me of being a witch and putting witchcraft on him. When, even though I'm from New Orleans, I know absolutely nothing about witchcraft. None of the tactics or nothing, Like what they said, the biological mom Frances practiced that voodoo and was practicing witchcraft. They said that the family members said that when she would pour bleach on a porch, that was a voodoo ritual what she was doing. Excuse me. Both the foster mom Adrian Felder and the biological mom Frances Grandpre have been heavily rumored to do voodoo. And before, almost a year, no, it was over a year, a year before my cousin Blake got shot and killed, he told me that the biological sister Ramona was a very evil witch. Like, as if, I mean, a lot of my biological family members have been rumored to practice that voodoo and stuff. But I don't even know the tactics or anything like that, and I don't even seek out to learn the tactics of how to practice voodoo or how to put. And I don't even think of how to hurt somebody. I never in my entire life. I'm 41, almost 42 years old, and I never in my entire life set anyone up. Never. Never even plotted or planned on. I never a day in my 41, almost 42 years of my life ever set anyone up. And if anyone says that I did set them up, they're lying. I don't even know how to, with my disability and stuff, and me like having like the way my upbringing was, and me being like overly sheltered and everything, and not having much exposure with so much in life, I don't even know how to orchestrate a situation to set somebody up with something. I never even thought of how to plot to set someone up for something bad to happen to them. Like, I never plotted to set someone up to get in trouble for anything, or never plotted to set someone up to get harmed or nothing. You know, but I don't even think to do stuff like that to other people. I just fight to survive and want to be left alone. You know, so I guess I might end up be talking longer than I intended. And yeah, as I said, the reason why I'm doing a video with the lights on now, because the stalkers, I thought that if I did the video in the dark, I thought that they would not find me, but I guess I was wrong. But this video may not upload until the middle of the night or tomorrow morning, and I can't live stream because they will harass me more and try to sabotage the live stream. So I have to be forced to do a regular video, you know. So my toes were feeling like they were splitting, and I had a difficult time trying to walk. And so I had the Indian food and the other ice cream bars. I think it was 10 or 11 something this morning after I went to the bank. I mean, yeah. And couldn't get quarters. And um, I didn't get to have a nap today. Now my scalp and head is itching. Why? I mean, I just earlier I took a shower, and I took a detox bath. Used up the rest of the bentonite clay, the rest of the apple cider vinegar, and well, the rest of the inedible bentonite clay. But the edible bentonite clay, I still have some of that. But I'm using the edible bentonite clay for internal use and to brush my teeth. But the inedible clay, I've been using it for the clay baths. You know, so I yeah, I added like 20 something drops of the lavender oil in the bath water, and I don't know how much of the Himalayan pink salt that I use, but I just put some in there. But I miss my traditional detox baths that I used to get to take when I was in Pensacola, if I would use, I had a recipe that I put on my blog and in my so-called cookbook. Excuse me. You know, the so I put the um, the recipe in the cookbook and on one of my blogs. But um, yeah, I would use like bentonite clay. It's been a long time since I ever got to use Epsom salt in my bath, and I would keep forgetting to buy it. And the Epsom salt baths, they would be too big. I mean the Epsom salt bags or containers are too big for me to carry around. And I'm like, whatever happened to where you used to get like a carton of Epsom salt for $1 at Dollar Tree? Now they don't make it like that no more. And it's like now it seems like the Epsom salt is hard to find the real Epsom salt nowadays. Now it's like the fake Epsom salt that's tainted and pre-scented and all that. Like Dr. Teal's, people say that's fake. That's not real Epsom salt. But I mean, if I'm wrong, then I apologize. But um, excuse me, Epsom salt, yeah. But I used to use bentonite clay, Epsom salt, baking soda, apple cider vinegar, apple cider vinegar, coconut oil, and essential oil like lavender or peppermint, and I think also some what am I missing? Did I mention lavender oil, essential oil, and sometimes Himalayan pink salt too, and I would like try to have the water as hot as possible, and it's like if I had blackheads on my face, like within 10 minutes, I would start sweating, and blackheads would like or acne bumps or whatever would start like just coming to a head and like falling out of my skin, and my skin would start clearing up. And if I had mucus or whatever, a lot of it would come up, and for me to cough it out, and a lot of it come out, or I could blow it out of my nose or whatever, and detox my body. Um, you know, but sometimes it feel like as if I took bentonite clay detox bath, and if sometimes it might feel like as if nothing worked. You know, excuse me, but my feet felt like they were hard, rough, hard, and dry. I'm not ready to. I'm not ready to end up having to go back on the streets tomorrow. Like, I wish I had more nights to be here in peace and quiet and rest. Even if not here, another hotel or something. You know, dang, I can't believe it's almost time to go back on the streets. And I keep saying I'm tired of homelessness, and it's torturing me, and it's taking a toll on me, and I'm on the verge of screaming and going crazy. Excuse me, what did I do that bad to deserve to be punished from having housing or a peaceful and quiet place to live? That, if you feel like I did something bad and deserve to be tortured with noise as a form of punishment, like if you think I deserve to be punished with lack of peace, you know, yeah. So I don't know how. I mean, I don't remember how many paragraphs I worked on with my writing, but I worked on a little bit more than I did yesterday and the previous days, but still not a whole lot. But it seems like I've been doing baby steps, and it seems like I've been getting a little more recognition when me sharing the samples of my novel. It seems like um 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 it seems like I'm getting a little more recognition than I've gotten with the short stories. And it seems like people starting to like notice me a little more, starting to pay me a little more, or donate and tip a little bit more, with the excuse me, with the novel thingy. But it seems like I can't believe that I enjoy it and it's really, really fun. I guess for me to have my own creative control with no outside people trying to tell me what to do, that makes it more fun, more enjoyable, much more enjoyable. But I still like get performance anxiety and trying to block it out or try to practice to not be fearful of the opinions or of the satanic perps, you know. And I'm thankful and glad that they have, not many, but I'm glad that they have supportive people to encourage me. So around 3 or 4 something this afternoon, like I was really hungry again. I didn't have breakfast, but I had like a super early lunch, and I was hungry again, and I was trying to hold out until dinner and wait until dinner, but I was that much hungry. Excuse me, and I was that much hungry, and so I caved in and bought the overpriced two like of the overpriced snacks, up at the front desk. If the bag of chips that would cost $2 and something at fake Walmart, if they cost like $2.30 something at fake Walmart. But here, oh, that same size bag of chips costs $5.15. If a king size payday costs like, I don't remember how much, if it costs two something, it costs $5 and something at this place. But they don't have really any grocery stores around. They have the vending area where it's like outrageous prices. Like you would think it's airport prices or amusement park prices. It's so like, why so expensive? But I felt bad, but I was so hungry, and I didn't want to eat 8 slices of pizza in one day. So then, after that, I had the detox bath sometime after eating the snacks, and then I did not order any Uber Eats or DoorDash today. I did not order Uber Eats or DoorDash today, and I had some more leftover pizza, you know, for dinner, and that was like almost 8:30, kind of late, a little bit. But I was feeling tired all day and like sleepy, tired, and physically exhausted. You know, but like earlier this evening, I was thinking that, well, my short stories and my novel that I'm working on make me feel like I have a purpose or have a reason to live or have something to live for, you know. But at the same time, like I've been feeling extremely emotionally depressed and hopeless. Like I've been feeling depressed and hopeless and feeling like anxiety and panic attacks about everything. Like me feeling anxiety about riding the buses or feeling scared about being wrongfully banned from riding the buses and stuff, you know, or having a limit of transportation or being wrongfully banned, fear of being wrongfully banned from here and there. And they manipulate that fear to manipulate and intimidate me against speaking the truth and speaking out and exposing and documenting my targeting. You know, it's like, well, I could see videos of other professed targeted individuals in the TI community. How come they can document and film and record gang stalking activities that they experience in hotels, but when I do it, the online stalking cult illegally find out where I'm at and call up, show them my videos and have me wrongfully kicked out and banned forever. Like, and then they feel like, oh, for me to document and film it and record and expose being gang stalked, they feel like I'm ruining reputations and endangering people, that I'm ruining other people's reputations and endangering lives. How is that possible when that's what they're doing to me? They're endangering my life and ruining my reputation. You know, I ended up being much longer than I thought I was because I thought I wasn't going to be long with yapping and talking because me being so tired, so sleepy, you know. Excuse me. I'm feeling like I wish I had more hotel nights. It's 10:10 p.m. right now, but I can't predict how much sleep I'll get tonight, and I also can't predict um what time I wake up tomorrow. I feel like I'm tired of living like this. I'm tired of not having a stable place to live, but I cannot do apartments anymore, or you know, excuse me, because in certain other living I can't do anymore because um I need to be by myself. Like I can't even deal with neighbors. You know, I'm thankful and glad that it's quiet at the moment right here, right now. But I think I forgot to say that yesterday, was it yesterday? Yesterday, uh, yeah, yesterday morning after I got the help and I got off the live stream, and whoever it was above me was like doing a lot of thumping and stumping and stuff, you know. Like, wow, I haven't had to deal with this for a little while, you know. Yeah, but I'm like feeling so depressed, feeling very depressed, and still feeling heavy anxiety about those court dates for next month. That, you know, I wish, I mean, I don't, I mean, I wish that I had a good public defender that would have listened to me and investigated the truth and dropped the charges and found ways to prosecute fake damnesia and the other online stalkers participating in ruining and destroying me and stuff. And they're so delusional about convincing themselves that I'm such a guilty criminal and everything, and they're trying to make it like I'm such a criminal. We're trying to make it like, oh, Candy's out on bond. They act like as if I'm out on bond for a murder or something. Imagine being illegally swatted and thrown in jail and have false criminal charges about false accusations, of things you didn't do, and then everybody condemn you, saying you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, and you were guilty and you were wrong, and then society wanting to treat you worse than a murderer, and then every time you bring up how bad you feel about how they did this and that to you, they get sick and tired and will try to force you to shut up about it. Like they're sick and tired of hearing it, and I'm forbidden and not allowed to have freedom on my own channel. Like, if you're a guest on my channel, that's like being a guest in my home or my house or whatever. Even though I'm homeless and don't have a physical house, but you you know, my channel, and for you to think that you can tell police and dictate what subjects I'm allowed to talk about, and if I'm forbidden and not allowed to talk about X, Y, Z because it gets on your nerves, well, why don't you just unsubscribe and go watch something else? But no, you want to talk about what you're sick and tired of hearing, but yet you continue to stalk and trying to control what I post and stuff, or what I say. I don't get it. Like, how you gonna come on my channel, excuse me, and like, even if y'all in my live streams, and for y'all to get mad and say what you're sick of hearing, or if they might unfollow and unsubscribe and block in droves, and I end up losing like almost every damn body except for a few people, you know. So sometimes if people can't control you, excuse me, if they can't control you, then they will block and avoid and cut off all contact if they give up on trying to control you. Excuse me, they're making my nose itch. That's why I say, like, for people to not allow me any respect, they won't give me any respect or allow me to have the authority on my own channel. Like, if people think they run my channel, it's like, you're not even subscribed. This your first time commenting. You're not subscribed, and you comment like you think you own my channel and run my life. I don't get it. You know. Yeah. So, uh, um, excuse me. I can feel the heavy pressure on my heart. Like, I wish I could get to live stream tonight, but I don't feel like hollering and yelling and being in distress. Like, I need to rest. Excuse me. I need to rest. And so, like, um so I guess, I mean, if I could have more hotel nights, that would be great. They say it's supposed to be like a 50% chance of thunderstorms tomorrow, but I don't know when. But then Sunday is supposed to be back sunny or normal or whatever, and for the next few days or whatever. But like, I'm still tired and need to rest my body. I mean, I don't know what the stalkers think I'm doing. It ain't their business, but if they feel like I'm living it up and living the good life in hotel rooms or whatever, like, what do y'all think I'm doing? But then at the same time, they make like, oh, she's lazy and lay in bed all day. When if I be like out on the streets, like this past time, like, I don't remember how many days in a row I was on the streets, but then I got like one hotel night, And then I think it was one hotel night, and then um, I had to be on the streets 6 nights in a row, and then no, not being able to lay down and rest and fall asleep. And just getting little cat naps here and there, just sitting on a bench or sitting in a chair or something. And, to be walking around with heavy bags all day, every day. And, you know, dealing with a lot of stress and being attacked, harassed, stalked, followed, whatever. And then finally get a hotel room and, like, first night, oh, they vibrated my body a little bit and causing leg cramps. And then I finally surprised I can get me a full night of sleep, and because I've been deprived the previous days, still feel like I haven't had rest. And then wake up the next morning, my hips hurting so bad, and my hips are extremely sore, you know, that it's torture to walk. And then, you know, for them to vibrate my body again. And, you know, and if, and sometimes, squeeze my organs, for me to be like tortured up in this whatever hotel room, and for me to like be just tired and rest in my body. And the stalkers falsely paint me as lazy and laying in bed all day. Well, I can't go for a walk because I can't even just step outside the front without a perp car doing something to me or following me around with one headlight or arm raised up, whatever. And if I try to just have a whole day without ever going outside and seeing any perps or without having to interact with people, you know, and for me to just feel constant like fatigued and worn out and stuff and feel like I can never feel well rested, you know, and then feel so sleep deprived that I end up finally feeling like, whoa, it's a shock or it's a surprise, or I can't believe that I was able to fall asleep or have sleep. Or if I've been so used to being sleep deprived that then when I finally get sleep, my body feels weird, or that feels odd, that if I've been sleep deprived for so long that my body get used to the sleep deprivation, and then when I finally get sleep, that feels weird. But I would prefer to get to have sleep and be normal, you know. Um, and so the stalkers, the fact that they're so sexually perverted and everything, and they've been trying to traffic me, and I got evidence of them trying to traffic me, and for them to say stuff like Candy is, laying on her back, pity prostituting, and begging and scamming and committing fraud and this and that, whatever. Okay, if the stalkers say go get a job, why do they feel like I have to have someone to control me? But then if I try to get a job at, Family Dollar or Dollar Tree or any other job, they will still say, oh, that's scam and fraud and try to get me wrongfully fired or whatever. The only way they want me to make money is they want me gang stalking too, and they want me to sell out, they want me prostituting, and everything else is a scam and a fraud to them. That's not right. And with my disability, I couldn't even work at stores like Dollar Tree and Family Dollar or any of these department stores or whatever because of the loud music, loud noise. I need extreme peace and quiet. And then dealing with the targeting and workplace mobbing and stuff. But I really have fun with my writings. and they think I'm supposed to have a traditional so-called 9 to 5, but then when I get one, like the airport job, oh, they, um, yeah, um, get me wrongfully banned. So it looks like when I check the YouTube studio, everything doesn't calculate or add up right away, but it looks like as if I live stream, it looks like I get on average like $6 a day. With live streaming, the stalkers try to sabotage. They succeed at sabotaging the live streams or whatever. Y'all know what they do. But so it's like, wow, if other people can have less, if they can have people who just reached 1,000 subscribers and they get more likes, comments, shares, views, money, and earning with live streaming, with whatever, and people just think I deserve less or I deserve to be punished with less. Other people, their live streams and stuff don't get disrupted, and they have turned my support away where people don't want to watch my videos or um, read my short stories or novel or whatever, or nonfiction ebooks or whatever. And yeah. So tomorrow, I'm disappointed that I have to leave out of here without getting to have my clothes washed. You know, if my toes and feet weren't the way they are, and if I weren't so depressed, I would have wanted to go swimming today. And the stalkers, they're in the works of trying to have me wrongfully banned from all the pools and think it's funny because they know that's one of my favorite activities that make me happy is to go swimming. And you know, and well, I mean, if y'all want my fat ass to lose weight, why are you trying to sabotage free exercise? You know, but I spent this afternoon talking to someone and also working on, a little bit, working on a few paragraphs of the writing. And I put them in a community post. I don't know. I mean, if any of y'all were able to see it, I put in the community post, probably the most recent community post, I think. So if y'all watching this video or got almost an hour of watching me talk, then I don't know if y'all able to look down at more recent few community posts. You know, but I'm still feeling like heavy pressure on my heart, and I don't know if it might be fluid. That people say that, oh, with my legs swelling and all that, that the fluid could travel to my heart and kill me, you know. But I mean, for me to just, you know, I'm just trying to. I'm not live streaming. I'm just doing a regular video, and I'm earning less. So imagine if I was live streaming 8 hours a day, and could be earning, and that would be considered earning money and work. But if the stalkers keep disrupting me to where they have me wrongfully kicked out of my own live stream within like 10 minutes, excuse me, or keep sabotaging or trying to stop me from live streaming, Even if I'm not asking for anything and have all my needs met, they will still attack me just for being online, period. They come in unprovoked and harass and attack me with every live stream opportunity. They never leave me alone. It's like I can never have, fake damnesia, they won't try it just one time to, let me live stream, and don't mess with the numbers at all. Don't mess with the chat at all. Don't lag the stream at all. What would that be like if they totally left my live stream alone just to experiment for once? If they allowed people to press the like button, and for the numbers of likes and viewers to be real, and without them messing with anything, but they ruin and mess with everything. It's like they're like freaking, they remind me of like rats that you can't get rid of, or roaches, or something that you can't get rid of. Like gang stalkers, like they're the ones that are human parasites and human pests. They call me an insufferable, useless parasite. They harass me, telling me go get a job, but my writing is my work. Even the IRS and Social Security Administration said so. You know, but I'm guessing I might wake up. I'm trying to get as much rest and sleep as my body will allow me. I wish I could have help with more hotel nights. I wish. I wish I had help, like more help with more hotel nights, so I could rest more days and not have to be on the streets. So it looks like I don't know what time I wake up or how much sleep I will get, but excuse me, for me to you know, say for example, if I were to wake up at 8:30 or something, and you know, I don't know if I'll take another shower or not, but I need to brush and floss my teeth really good, and I need to push myself to, brush and floss my teeth really good. Like, I've been so depressed and stuff. But I don't know if I'll take a shower tomorrow before leaving, you know. And I need to disinfect and spray off my backpacks, my bags. I wish I could get laundry done here, not at the laundromat. I wish I didn't have to go out of my way to go to the laundromat, and my space, personal space being invaded, and dealing with gang stalking and stuff. Excuse me. You know, but, before I have to leave, I guess, I don't know if that would be considered breakfast or early lunch for me to have the last 4 slices of pizza tomorrow, and you know, and then perform whatever hygiene and packing up and having to leave. But I don't know if I will have time left over to listen to the Bible and work on any more of the novel writing. But I mean, fake Damnesia calls himself being fake mad at me now. So I don't know what attacks he has planned, and excuse me, I'm just too tired to have to go back on the streets tomorrow. My clothes are not, I can't get my clothes washed. I can't get quotas for laundry. Excuse me. I mean, I can't get quarters for laundry to get to wash my clothes here. I wish I could. I mean, I wish I had more nights. I'm so tired and exhausted. But I'm gonna get off here now. Keep me in your prayers. I'm, like trying to not go crazy. Like everything I'm going through, it's like I feel like um a rat trapped in a maze or a hamster on a wheel, and feeling like confused and frustrated and don't know. I mean, all whatever. I feel like my directions in life is being like hindered, and I have to be forced to take detours and maneuvers and change my habits because they keep getting me wrongfully banned from everywhere, or making more restrictions on my life and everything. So I want to be able to work on more writing. I wish I had more hotel nights and rest and peace and quiet. I can't. They won't let me have permanent housing. I can't have permanent housing. With, I mean, and get to have peace and quiet. They won't let me have nothing. Well, I'm getting off here. I love y'all.